So right in the heart of Lahore, Pakistan, there's this monument, and it's way more than just stone and steel. It's the physical embodiment of a man's ideas and really a nation's identity. Today, we're going to unlock the story of Aiwan-e-Iqbal.
You know, if you're ever on Lahore's Edgerton Road, you literally can't miss the Aiwan-e-Iqbal. It's this really striking modern building, but its impressive facade kind of hides what it's truly all about. This isn't just some office block, it's the guardian of a powerful national legacy.
All right, so let's start with the building itself. I mean, yeah, it works as a modern government facility, but it was actually designed from the get-go to be a center for culture and remembrance, all dedicated to one of Pakistan's most important thinkers.
Okay, so when you first look at it, you might think, oh, it's a practical government building, right? It's got the convention halls, the offices, but then you look a little closer and that's where you see its real soul. The galleries are filled with portraits of Allama Iqbal, and it's the official place for ceremonies in his honor. It's a place of business for sure, but more importantly, it's a living tribute.
And what's kind of wild is that for a building that represents so much history, it's actually surprisingly modern. The doors officially opened back in October of 1989, establishing a brand new landmark in the ancient city of Lahore.
But see, that's the key right there. The concrete and glass, that's all from the 1980s. But the institution this monument was built to protect, well, its story began much, much earlier.
So let's step inside the monument because that's where we'll find the real engine driving this whole legacy, the Iqbal Academy of Pakistan.
You know, the Academy's journey itself tells you a lot about its growing importance. It actually started out in Karachi, but then it was moved pretty strategically to Lahore, which was Iqbal's home city. And that final move into the custom-built Aiwan-e-Iqbal in 1996, that wasn't just about changing addresses. It was a huge statement that preserving this legacy was now a national priority.
And really, that's the heart of it all. This entire grand monument, this big national landmark, was built to serve one single focused mission: to study, promote, and share the teachings of one extraordinary thinker.
So this all begs the question, right? Who was Allama Muhammad Iqbal that his ideas would require such a significant national investment just to preserve and promote them? All right, let's dive in and take a closer look at the man himself, Allama Muhammad Iqbal, the poet, the philosopher, and the politician, whose legacy is literally the foundation for this whole enterprise.
You see, you can't just put one label on Iqbal. He was a celebrated poet, a profound philosopher, and a pivotal political leader. His ideas on identity and selfhood weren't just some academic theories. They formed the very intellectual bedrock for the movement that created Pakistan.
And this is where the legacy gets really personal. I mean, the mission hasn't just been managed by officials, it's been stewarded by Iqbal's own family. First his son, then his grandson, served as vice president of the Academy, turning a state institution into a multi-generational promise.
Okay, so we have the man, the Academy, and the monument. But how does the Academy actively work to keep Iqbal's complex ideas alive and relevant today?
Well, their approach is just incredibly thorough, structured across 7 key areas of research. And this isn't just about dusting off old history books. We're talking deep philosophical analysis, exploring his poetry, and connecting his vision to today's world. And, this is so important, a major focus is on translation, making sure his ideas can reach a global audience.
To share Iqbal's work, the Academy uses this really cool blend of the traditional and the modern. They do all the classic academic outreach, global conferences and scholarly books, but they've also built a massive digital cyber library. They're developing apps, and they've even scanned Iqbal's personal book collection, so anyone in the world can access it online. How cool is that?
See, a legacy can't just be preserved. It has to be actively grown, and that's exactly what the Presidential Iqbal Award is all about. By celebrating the best new books on Iqbal from scholars in Pakistan and around the world, the Academy ensures that his ideas continue to inspire fresh debate and discovery. Okay, let's pull back and look at the big picture here. What does all of this, the building, the research, the awards, what does it all really add up to?
This whole story really reveals this powerful, almost like a 3-step model. First, you have the thinker and their foundational ideas. Second, you create a living, breathing institution to study and promote those ideas. And third, you build a physical monument to give that institution a permanent, prominent home, a signal of its national importance. At the end of the day, the Aiwan-e-Iqbal is this fascinating model for how to make a legacy permanent.
It shows how a physical monument and a scholarly academy can unite to create something that isn't a static museum, but an active, dynamic system for carrying a nation's founding ideas into the future.
And that's the question this whole story leaves us with, isn't it? In a world of fleeting information, how do you make sure foundational ideas endure? The story of Aiwan-e-Iqbal and the academy inside provides one very deliberate and very compelling answer.